Okay. Need a little bit more. We're back. We're back and we're going to wrap up this and that will be it for stream today. So it will be a very short stream. So, to begin, let's get started. Ah, right. We want to run with a support. So I get the bonus currency.
볼 것도 없이 처형이군.
최고의 방책은 전쟁이 일어나지 않게
Oh.
하는 것.
Interesting.
그 해결사의 역경에 비하면
I guess we show up with
좋아.
the other units.
구조는 반겠어. 꽃처럼 화려하면서 바람처럼 가볍지만 벌처럼 날카롭게. 꽃처럼 화려하면서 바람처럼 가볍지만 벌처럼 날카롭게. 더 이상 두렵지 않아. 전부 본다고. 지도자라면 동료를 포기하지 않아.
Oh, another round of this. Okay.
이게 그거지? 잭팟!
Oh, gee. Okay. Xichun! Now that's impressively sneaky. So, they're not beasts of Hongwan for nothing, eh? They just had to get between me and my pupil's spar. Master! Wait, you've been working for Zhao Yuanshin the whole time? I mean, you know me long enough by now to tell, brief as our acquaintance has been. My service is to no one but the bottle. To have all 12 masters squeeze into battle when things were just starting to get interesting is quite discourteous, don't you think? Yeah? And a master stabbing his pupil in her back isn't? Just as Sinclair and the Night Drifter were locked in an argument. Uh-oh. The Heisho beasts who follow us into the room swung their purple arms at Xichun without hesitation. The slithering serpent arm, which suddenly extended into considerable length. Haven't I already given you due complaint, my friends? We're stopped inches from Xichun's neck by the Night Drifters. Biting him instead. Now that's one potent venom. I can feel it spreading through my veins. Listen here, snakes. Haven't I done you courtesy enough? Get back to your holes. I'll even give you an excuse you could give to your lord. Say that you had to withdraw as the Night Drifter, the drunken palm, got in your way. We serve the same client. Might as well let me take all the blame for your failure, But the Heisho wordlessly stood their ground. Fine. I didn't think you'd listen to someone who doesn't even hold your leash. Wooey. Too bad, too bad. Well, I suppose this should at least make for a fairer fight with all of her teachers being here and all. You. I don't recall ever teaching you to make a face like that in front of an enemy. Fine. It's not like stopping one attack makes you our ally. At least one of my pupils knows what she's talking about. Perhaps I shall open myself a humble wuguan here in Hongguan once this contract is over.
나는 누구도 아닌 나 자신을 들여다봐야 해.
Okay. Is he just targeting? So many attacks. Oh, my team order's messed up.
재밌겠는데?
Oh, okay, still damage from Xichun. Okay.
쳐다보기에는 우리는 멋있는 건 나갈 거야. 그렇지. 바로 그거다, 딸내. 낮도 밤도 지어 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 뿐.
이런 데
임파스터.
Alright.
같이 배웠던 걸 써먹을 때야.
Alright, I forgot.
거긴 킬존이다.
꽃처럼 화려하면서
What's this
바람처럼
clear?
가볍지만 벌처럼 날카롭게.
소리와 호흡을 멈추고
이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라. 쳐다보긴 우리 엄마 멋있는 거 몰라가지고.
Oh, we're right, because Otis is taking Mercer's place. Right.
그쯤 해줬으니 보장자 한번 벗겨야겠군. 이거 분강 맞지? 그렇지, 필살. 바로 그거다 딸래. 브레이크 슬램.
임파스터.
엄마만큼은 못하지만 나도 녹이면서 뵐 수 있거든.
Oh, her speed's too slow. Oh, it's unopposed because oh.
영감이 떠올랐어. 무형. 마지막은 무념.
쳐다보긴
You're on backseat game? How you gonna do that? He was certainly a powerful foe, despite the casual way with which he carried himself. We'd already experienced a hint of his strength then, when he invaded our room during the family hierarch war, and swiftly took out his target before leaving. There are slithering noises coming from above. More Heisho. We can't fight him and the sea branch of off at the same time. But if we were to try to create a distance between us and where sea branch are waiting to strike us, the Night Director will definitely try to exploit that opening. Considering that we had to keep Xichun safe, I wasn't sure how much longer we could hold out here. Haha, is it hard to recall your training outside our lessons? Remember that your gaze is form as well. Your enemies will take notice if you don't stop constantly eyeing at the door like a novice. See? The snakes have already mobilized to close off that exit. Ah, you're stalling until the Heisho packs of the family hierarch arrive. Your strategies and thoughts are as plain as day. I see. That's why. These snakes are so impatient to complete the deed and slink back into their holes. The Night Director produced another tree branch from his clothes and quickly cast it toward the doorway behind which the Heisho were gathered. And with a thwack, the heavy roof atop the large door instantly crumbled, burying it and blocking off the snakes from entering. It was as though he hit an invisible weakness of the brickwork. I thought I'd given you snakes enough warning to head back. What are you doing? Why? The bumbling hierarch's promise to bring real change to Hongwan has given rise to a certain intrusive thought that was put to sleep long ago. Once upon a time, a blade fiend of an infamous syndicate earned himself the hollow honor of joining the 10 Blades of the East. Yeah, what use is all that if he could not stop his little girl from passing on before her old man on a restructuring day? The world averted its gaze from me, so I looked away in return. Leaving behind my rooms, my steel, I picked up a simple tree branch to be my sole companion as I drifted about the city. When I abandoned both my honor and name, all that remained was a life of living for the sake of living, nothing more. And I believe the same fate would doubtless come for the rotten land of Hongyuan as well, just as it had for this useless drunk, devouring it in the surging darkness as the sun falls yonder. Yet, doubt reared its head for the first time. It is the rooster's cry that signals the night's end. Do you see? The sun rises, even in Hongyuan. Listen well, for your final lesson begins. Emptiness of sound. Keep the venom within, and let it not leave your tongue. Emptiness of form. One who aims to bring change to these lands must do so without the knowledge of curmudgeons too logged in wicked traditions to see a better path. Emptiness of mind. In Hongyuan, a land where even the sky lies out of sight, do not let your mind be too transparent. Do not let the Heisho stray from your presence again, not even for a moment. Rule of fear is a detestable thing indeed, yet you will gain nothing by appearing like an easy mark. Yes, Master. Then, do what you must. It won't be very becoming of the hierarch of Hongyuan to let live a fell assassin who dared to make an attempt at her life. Xichun wordlessly tightened the grip around her weapon. Very good. Emptiness makes for such a pleasant sight, doesn't it? The Night Drifter grinned, having caught the encroaching scent of death. Oh. Got these two. Up. Yeep.
무형. 마지막은
I
무념.
thought I was going to do more to her. Goodbye, old man. The Night Drifter stumbled. He smelled of pungent, bitter wine. When the unseed dregs of old, cloudy wine settle and the bitter life is left behind, the clear, crisp water shall spring forth, twinkling under the sun's apricity. Hey, we did it!
어때 딸? 엄마밖에 없지?
The proof. Story chapter, so it's going to be a lot of reading. The incident was quickly swept under the rug as independent actions of an anonymous, unaffiliated assassin only known as the Night Drifter. As he was not registered in any kind of life insurance plan, his body was buried among the many unnamed graves of Hongyuan. I hear there was a rather unsavory incident at the most recent exam. I must say, it is fortunate that no important blood has been spilled during it. A nameless, faceless man infiltrating the living quarters of Guangyan. I can only be glad that he met the deserved fate. Anyone who was at the site could attest to the fact that my guests and I were assaulted by Heisho's C branch as well. If anyone's going to be held responsible, don't you agree that the blame should fall squarely on whoever decided to send the snakes to that particular location at that specific time, Big Sister Yuanchen? Is that so? Yet they testify that their presence was only to eliminate the Drifter of the Night who dared sneak into Guangyan. Earlier than your own Heisho pack, even. Yeah, not only did you get me a new master, in your impatience to see my growth, asked that same master to harm me. You've certainly outdone yourself, sister. He was nothing more than a boorish executioner of Hongyuan who was willing to do anything for money. I hope you won't be blaming your dear sister for the crime that man has committed independently out of his own volition. Xichun, I believe this only reinforces my argument that the people of Daguangyan aren't the only people here who believe that you are terribly out of your depth for the task. But Yuanshan, I've learned so much thanks to you. Rest assured, I won't ever forget those lessons. I understand that many of you may be unhappy or frustrated with me. But you know what's an undeniable truth? That I am still the legitimate victor of the family hierarch war. Sure, Big Sister Yuanshan might know more about the details of Hong Yuan's administration for now. She might fill your pockets for now. But in the long run, you know she does not have Hong Yuan's best interests at heart. Inadequate, I may be, but I am still the chief executive director here at H-Port. And you, dear Big Sister, are a temporarily visiting outsider from Q Corp. As his hierarch, I know exactly what Hong Yuan needs, and I will give the best of my efforts to bring my vision for this land to reality. A place where no one needs to live in fear. A place where no one does not need to project fear. Yes, that is my vision for Hong Yuan, for H-Corp. I never would have known a month ago that our hierarch had such vast ambitions. She is really sane. The 4 great houses and I, we ruled and knew this land like the back of our hands before you were even a fetus. Indeed, I can tell. I suppose that's why Dongguangyang's growth never seemed to stop, while more and more people outside it seem to be falling to their deaths from their homes with every restructuring day. Don't you know the plastic nature of humanity? People will get used to the shadows when the heavens are shrouded. So if you will cooperate with us, we will. No, I'm not the one who needs to cooperate. I am the hierarch. Besides, your us is done. Respected members of the board, I believe I have clearly explained my will. Forget about all of your under-the-table deals. And vote with your hearts. You seem very confident, Xichun. In case you didn't know, winning those exams has nothing to do with guaranteeing the results of the vote of no confidence. Oh yeah? I don't know. At this point, the vote seems like a mere formality to me. On what grounds? Just a hunch. Not that you'd understand. It's true. With how often she's changing the conditions of these tests and votes, we can hardly trust her to be consistent. That is indeed in stark contrast with the hierarch, who promised 30 days of return time and met it precisely on the dot. It is clear which one of them should provide more stability for administrative purposes. Thus, the vote of no confidence began. I must have misjudged her in the past. She's not petty. She knows when to be serious. And I think she's got a good grip on the gravity of war without being consumed by the fear of it. And she remembered my name. And with her eloquence, strategic prowess, and boldness, I believe that the current family hierarch is well qualified for her position. I also have faith that she will not ill-treat those of lower station than her. If she's got the handle of how to treat the heart of the smallest child, then I believe she has the capacity to tend to the hearts of those larger as well. While I would be remiss to judge so quickly, she has shown remarkable change and improvement over a short period of time. I say she is someone of rare talent we mustn't lose so easily. Shi Shijing and Shi Huazhen, Wang Zhao and Wang Qishang. Omitted, she's been at the center of all kinds of fun, entertaining events in the world as I've lost and gained my neck. Just think about the amusement she'll bring as a family hierarch. And even Zhu Pan, who shared his sentiments via letter, voted against the motion of no confidence. Like I said, a mere formality. A state of crisis specifically refers to a situation in which the family hierarch is unable to perform their duties. Our nor is affected by serious physical or mental impairment. I am both sound of mind and body, and I can handle all duties appertaining to the seat of the family hierarchy, which means that your services are no longer needed here. Not that they ever were, big sister. Don't you think you more than overstayed your welcome by now? Here I was, wondering what you were doing with this ragtag group of half-wit nobodies like your brother. I suppose you didn't spend the whole month lounging around. Very well. Savor this little victory for a while. I understand that it was a significant endeavor for you to attain it. Be safe on your way home, big sister. And please, do watch your health. You've always been a sickly child come winter, haven't you? Remember that the only way is down once you've reached the peak. There goes a perfect opportunity to take control of Hongyuan. But our time shall come. Hongyuan without the Zhangwang worm will fall behind and get crushed under the wheels of progress. Then, nothing. Bayu said that he smells no fragrance from me anymore. Don't let that linger on your heart, little Baochai. Crawling in the muck alongside those lowly plebeians must have dulled his senses. Am I even useful to you anymore? Bayu won't come back. I can't make him come back. I understand that now. At least not... Come with me to Q Corp. Huh? But even my own family has cast me out. What could I possibly do? Have I not given you my word? That I can make him return. The strategies of old say that one must stir trouble in the east and strike from the west. Now that trouble has stirred in H Corp, they will hardly have the wherewithal to fix their eyes upon the goings of Q Corp. When the time comes, your fragrance shall spread beyond H Corp to Bayou. I trust that he will never sit idly by when danger threatens Xichun. But I have nothing. Poor little Baochai. Even you are blinded to the shadows cast by your own lamplight. Allow me to illuminate what use you may be to me. Worry not. I am your only remaining light after all, aren't I? You are. Oh, I like her get-up. With Xichun watching us with an oddly bashful look, we prepared for our departure from Da Guangyang. Given that Mephistopheles still showed no signs of ever coming back, it seemed that we were to be assigned to various odd jobs around this area for a little while, not to mention the news of distortions occurring in H Corp. We're finally leaving this place for real, huh? Xichun, we'll be heading out soon. Yeah, whatever. Get your butts out of here, please. Don't even think about looking back. Xichun exaggerated, waves her hand to make us leave. Hey, if we ever get the chance... Yeah, fat chance. I'm sure we've both had more than our fill of each other for this lifetime. Besides, I'll be too busy to go anywhere for a while anyway. Well then, if you ever need our help, our line's always open. Hey, I'm the family hierarch. Who needs whose help now? You truly wear authority well now. Speaking of which, you still have to stay here in Hongwon, don't you? Did you find a place to stay? No, not yet. Why don't you just stay here for a little bit? Instead of going out there again and risk getting scammed. Yi Hongwon's open, you know. Oh my. For all that get out, go away, and don't even think about coming back. It seems to me you're pretty sad to see us go, aren't you? Who said that? I'm just extending my generosity and giving you an opportunity to be more efficient. Remember your last attempt at finding lodging here? The whole building melted away. Anyways, I'll let everyone know that your party is free to enter and leave Da Guangyan whenever you want, so use it if you want. After pelting us with that rapid-fire answer without giving us even a second to reply, she whipped around and left to join Wei. Woohoo! Verily, to be an educator of another was a task most daunting. Did the lass even teach a proper class? Oh, don't tell me her class consisted of her showing off those figurine collections and forcing the students to sit through another one of them obscure lore summaries? Well, Heath, I sure hope you didn't let Sinclair completely walk all over you. I sure hope Rhodia didn't totally get shown up in her own area of expertise. That's, oi! Smoky Lass with a penchant for abbreviation. How'd your classes go? Did you manage to teach him anything, or did you just abbreviate your way through the whole lesson? Man, speaking of which, I don't think I've seen you smoking in a while. N-S-I-F-O-K. Yeah, no smoking in front of kids. I remember you saying something about how it's totally against common sense to smoke in front of a kid. Speaking of which, you had some awesome tricks up your sleeve, Ryoshu. I never thought you'd know how to do things like that. People learn when there's a need. Ever since the classes began, Ryoshu started looking far off into the distance with an odd expression. Sometimes she'd hum a melody we hadn't heard of before. Bummer we didn't get to sit in on each other's classes. Would have been nice to see different sides of everyone. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about once we head back, huh? I really wasn't sure where I could possibly get started. Well, since Xichun's given us the option, let's head back to Yihongwan. You seem them off with surprising stoicism, my lady. Haven't you been repeatedly eyeing their departure date on the calendar over and over with a look that could just as well be mournful? Gosh, that's because I couldn't wait to get those freeloaders off my back. Well, now that the now that their company has departed, I suppose peace shall reign over Dongwongyang for a while. My lady, I believe you are now prepared to stand alone against whatever trial that comes your way. Yeah, I know. I also know that I'll carry the lessons they've taught me in my heart for a long, long time. Yay! We're about the half-hour mark. Is this the end of this? Looks like it. Yep, and then it jumps to Canto 9, which we will not be doing on stream for a bit. I did not... No, I did. Okay. So yeah, that's it for today. There will be no Limbus Company for a bit, so I will think about what I'm gonna do on Saturday. Depending, it might just be Elden Ring. Who knows? So Wednesday and Saturday it might be Elden Ring. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Because on the side, I've been playing Library of Ruina. Because I was informed that would be best for me to beat before I do Canto 9, because it might change how I view Ruina if I were to do Ruina after Canto 9. Yes, Elden Ring. I'll make sure to ping you when we start, okay, Lilith? Alright, so with that, yeah, that was pretty much right on time, as we guessed. About half an hour's worth. So, thank you guys so much for joining. I got some energy to burn. And I'll see y'all Wednesday for Elden Ring. Toodles!